Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of Talk Your Ish, which is the fan calling show on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. What better way to kick off your week, people? And this show will now be going slightly earlier, so it won't be 4:30 p.m. anymore. It'll be 3:30 p.m., even though I'm slightly late. The reason why I pushed it forward to 3:30 p.m. is because the Back Again podcast will now be going at 5 p.m. on Monday, people. So rather than just scrap the show altogether, I pushed the show forward and was like, you know what? Let me bring my peoples, the community. You know what I'm saying? Not even the community, actually, I should say the continent. You know what I'm saying, of the city of sarcasm. Because like Sheik says, it's a continent, ain't even a city no more. So that's when you're gonna get Talk Your Ish. Reason why I'm late is I'm not gonna lie, Lewis was putting on a Hall of Fame performance on this channel going off about POCH and the fans backing POCH and the players, etc. So big up to my Don, Carefree Lewis G, each and every time. But yes, this is the fan calling show. Like I stated, people, I will drop the link in the chat throughout the show, people. And there's only two rules when it comes to the fan calling show. Only two rules when it comes to Talk Your Ish. One, camera must be on, face facing forward, people. And that is safety protocols. I can't express this enough. We really don't care what you look like. We really don't. Male or female, we don't. It's safety protocols. We simply don't want to see anybody's ass cheeks, anybody's genitalia, anybody's chest. The reason why I have to be so graphic is to explain to people as to why it's cameras on, face facing forward. Secondly, when you call in, just make sure you know what you want to talk about. My point is, don't call in just to call in. Don't be just clogging up the phone lines. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan did one time. I'm just dropping in. Yo, we're on a fan call. Don't just drop in. What is this? You know what I'm saying? This ain't a Q&A. What we doing here? But run up the likes, people. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Please share across all the socials as well. That's me, Flawless, on Twitter and Instagram at Sarcasm City TV. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, Sarcasm City TV. Road to 10K, people. It is road to 10K. And one more thing before I get to, well, two more things before I get to the first callers as well. One, if you are, it is first come, first serve when you call in. So that's how it works. But if you are a member of the channel, you will queue jump, people. So you will go straight to the front of the queue. Or if there's a member on in front of you, you'll go behind that member. Pause. Secondly, as well, there was one more thing I was going to say as well. I slipped my memory, but I'm sure it will come back, people. Oh yeah, that was it. And it's 5 to 10 minutes because I'm going to try and get to all the callers because I do my very best to do that. We've done 2-hour shows, 2.5-hour shows, and I've not managed to get. So it's 5 to 10 minutes, people. But don't worry, man. I'll make sure you get everything off your chest. So we'll start the show as we always start the show with a member of the channel. You know what I'm saying? Big supporter of the channel. Also, Pro Club's partner. You know what I'm saying? Centre back partnership. Man like Eli is. Yes, Eli. What you doing, man?
What's good, brother?
What you saying, man? I'm blessed. Everything good with you?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Be happy, man. You just beat Liverpool.
Hey, 3-point collectors.
There we go, man.
Collectors, my guy.
3-point collectors. Let's go. No one can say that this week. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Hey, we both won, so that's a good thing. You know, it's a blessing. So
absolutely,
you know, it's yeah, the vibe is good. The vibe is good, man. The vibe is good. And then my second team, you know, Wolves, you know, Gary O'Neill FC / Pedro Neto Masterclass FC. You know what I'm saying?
This guy, you know, this guy, you know, Gary. Oh man, all right, okay, all right, sure. All right, this guy. All right, let's get to Arsenal though, man. Title charge back on. What you telling me, Eli? Yeah.
Hey. Pump your brakes, Jim. You're going too fast.
I'm just asking the question. I didn't say title charge is back on. I said, is it? I'm asking the question. You just got a great win over a title rival. I believe you went level with them or a point behind them. I'm not sure. I need to double check the table. So what are we saying?
What
we saying? Just say it, man. Eli. I know you want to say it. I know you believe in, man. You drank the Kool-Aid. I know, man. You drank the Kool-Aid.
Hey, I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid, bro. Hey,
you not drinking the Kool-Aid?
I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid.
All right, okay. All right, sure. All right.
Nah. I ain't drinking no Kool-Aid, bro. None of that.
All
none of that.
Cool.
Less of that.
So you're saying title charge not back on? What? You've still not answered the question, my friend.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right, cool. I'm just asking. I'm just here. I'm just mediating. I'm just asking. I got to ask these questions because I know some Arsenal fans, and I'll ask Troops the same question. I'm back again. Is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it back? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah. I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so because I don't trust this manager, bro. I don't trust this manager. Like we saw at case point in the game yesterday. There's no way Havertz should have played most of that game. There's no way.
I agree with
No
that.
way. Honestly, I wouldn't have started him in the first place. I would have started Trossard, and I think
Trossard in the false line.
Once again, I wouldn't even say that. I would say start Nelly up front because his goal yesterday came from a central position.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? I've been saying this for time. I've been saying this for time. Nelly needs to start up front because that's where he'll bag for us, and we don't necessarily need somebody that's going to hold the ball up because if you think about Vardy at Leicester, and there's a myriad of other strikers that don't hold up play, you know what I'm saying? They're more they're more types of strikers than just, hold up play strikers, which is I feel like you should have that for like certain games, But I feel like Nelly definitely deserves a run up front. And then that way you can put Trossard in his best position at left wing because I know you seen what he did to Mr. Elliott, you know what I'm saying? Send him back to the academy with that, with that nice little turn he did on him, bro. I was like, that's criminal, Trossard. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. That is fraudulent behavior, sir. But no. Nah, it was a great game. It was a great game. Declan Rice, he had a fantastic performance in what I think is his best position as a 6. My guy is not an 8. He's not an 8. He's a 6 through and through, and he proved that yesterday with the way that he broke up the play. Let me see. Let's see. Jorginho, I ain't gonna lie. That Chelsea
talk about
agent,
it, man. Give that man his flowers because he gets a lot of criticism. Give that man his flowers, man.
I ain't gonna lie, man. He played well yesterday. I was genuinely surprised. I'm gonna hold my hands up and be like, hey, Jorginho, you keep playing like that, my friend. Please continue. If you continue playing like that, I will give you your flowers each and every time. I will give you your flowers, and I will say that you may need to warrant a starting spot over whoever else plays because they haven't really been too convincing. But I hope this next game, I need my boy ESR to start. I want to see what he can do. I want to give him a run of games.
Over who? Who would you start him over?
Odegaard actually had a decent game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I would start him over Jorginho.
Even after that great performance.
Even after that performance, man, because I still haven't seen it at on a consistent basis. Just one game isn't enough to change my mind on a player. I got to see consistency. I've seen that from Declan Rice all year. You know what I'm saying? So he is I feel like he'll probably be the first name on the team sheet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
as far as the midfield goes. In terms of defense, bro.
Talk about it. Who do you blame for the goal you conceded?
That was Saliba.
Okay,
that was Saliba. I mean, we go through this all the time in pro clubs. If you're a defender, you're gonna clear the ball. You're not gonna trust that goalkeeper because that goalkeeper could be on fraudulence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we know the AI goalkeeper is on the fraudulence. Yes.
And based off of from people that I've talked to that play football growing up, they got taught that from day one. You are in control of that situation 100%. Like if you can clear the ball, get the ball out of there. You don't want anything happening because anything could happen because it could ricochet off somebody and go in just like what happened, yesterday. Because that could have easily been something else, So just clear the ball. Just get rid of the ball, and we straight. You know what I'm saying? And then
I laughed, I just said, I just laughed. What are you gonna say,
bro? The look on, bro. That goal, Nelly's goal, bro. I can't lie. It was literally anything you can do, I can do better. Because that interaction between Virgil van Dijk and Allison, bro, that was jokes, bro. I was dead on the floor. I was laughing. Beautiful. I was laughing, bro. I was laughing. laughing, bro. I was like,
Beautiful
yo.
sentence.
What's the name? Who was it? I was looking at Lee's fan cams after the game, and him and Maddie, they were talking about Virgil Van Northside.
Virgil Van Northside is hilarious. That is a great slander name, yo. Virgil Van Northside. Shout out my done Northside, but that is jokes, yo. Virgil Van Northside. That is great, yo. Lee's such a joke, man. Shout out Lee Goodman, man, as well. That's jokes. Virgil Van Northside, you know. Yeah, it's a bad error as well, though. It's such a bad error.
Man,
it really is.
Yo, that one, I ain't gonna lie, that is definitely doing the most. Probably that'll probably be the top contender for that.
Oh, we got ones to pick from this week. Yeah,
bro,
like I'm glad we got some good, mostly acceptable errors for this week. We do,
man.
We do.
Just like I would say a contender would be Chelsea as a whole for letting Cunha score a hat trick.
Yeah. Chelsea, we gonna look at even Allison for the third goal that you lot scored, but we gonna get to that. But Eli, gotta let you go. I'm gonna run through the rest of these callers. My done big up every single time. Yeah, man, will catch up with you soon. Hopefully they fix Pro Clubs. For those anybody in the chat, let me know if the glitch is still there because Pro Clubs is broken currently. So that when you win games, it's not adding the points. It's the record's not there. So I need to check it. But big up. Every single time, Eli. Yeah, bless up, love every time. I done. Big up. Shout out to Eli, man. Always kicking off the fan calling show, Talk Your Ish. Right. We're going to go to another member. Like I said, that's one of the perks. Before I do that, though, big up to Broderick Fail as well, who's big up, guys. He's been a member of the channel for 12 months. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. And like I said, it is first come, first serve when it comes to the fan calling show. But if you're a member, you will queue jump. So let's get to, again, someone who's been a member for a long time, somebody who supports the channel every single day. I always see him in the chat on a consistent basis. My like, hey, Kevin is in the building. My Don, what are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, bro. How are you, bro?
Oh, blessed, man. Oh, blessed. I always forget. Where you calling him from again? I always forget.
Thailand.
Say that again?
Thailand.
Oh, let's go, man. So we've gone from stateside to Thailand, people. That's the aim on Talk Your Ish. We're trying to hit every single continent. That's the plan. But hey, Kevin, man, floor's yours, man. What do you want to talk about? I'm presuming it's Manchester United, but if it's not, it's on you. It's
United,
on you.
of course. I mean,
floor's yours.
Some improvement in the performances, but I mean, what do we really have to play for? Like, the players are not turning up when there's no pressure. Let's be real. There's no pressure to win anything or do anything now. The players will just turn up. But when it's time to compete in the Champions League, and when it's time to compete for a Premier League,
that's interesting. So do you think Wolf? So you said, well, now sorry to cut you off. Will now perform better because we have no pressure. So do you see us folding in the FA Cup?
FA Cup, I mean, we have Bristol City and Nottingham Forest next.
One of those two.
That should be a win.
You sure?
We have to. I mean, in the FA Cup, I mean, let's not forget we played. I remember 2016 we lost to West Ham in the league, but we won them in the FA Cup.
Yeah, away. I hear that. Are you confident going away to? Are you confident going away to Forest?
No,
that's what I'm saying. Are you confident?
I'm not confident, but it's a one-off game, so anything can happen. Let's be real. Because I've seen last year I seen Southampton knock Man City out of the Carabao Cup.
I hear that.
One-off game. I'm not trying to say Manchester United are the underdogs going into this game, but we're not. We're the favorite. We should be the favorites going into this game for sure. What I'm trying to say is, the FA Cup, Manchester United, it's a one-off game, so the players are more up for it because they know if they lose, they're out.
Big up Eddie. Big up Starlord as well, being a member for 12 months. Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on. Carry on there, Kevin. Go on.
They know if they lose, they're out. So, so they feel more obligated to win. Right. But when it comes to other games, they're like, nah, we're not bothered. We're not going to turn up. It's been the same case. It's been the case for a decade now, bro. It's been a case for a decade now. We've been in the trenches for a decade, and all because player power has taken over the football club. I'm still seeing players like Marcus Rashford. I need to speak on this Rashford situation, man. This guy was in Belfast. Before an FA Cup game against Newport. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's Newport County. You're not necessarily going to be like, oh, we're going to play. Not necessarily going to play. You're not necessarily going to play. But come on, man, really? You put your own needs ahead of the team, your own needs, your own wants ahead of the team. But I'm told that Sancho is not hardworking enough. Sancho is bullied out of the football club, bro. But Rashford, it's internal. We'll just talk on the side. We'll be like, it's okay. And then how will be like, he's back in the team. We've already spoken about it. Internal matter, internal issues, and it's done. How comes Rashford comes back into the team, but Sancho's being booted out of the he can't even get out. He can't even get to the cafeteria.
Because we know why. Because the manager plays favorites. That's not right, but me and you know why. We've discussed this many a times. Like, we can all see what it is and what's going on.
It's been the case since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bro. It's been the case since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, man. Let's be real. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's days, like, he had his favorites. He started picking players like Rashford. He kept playing players like Bruno. He kept playing McTominay. He kept playing Fred. He kept playing his favorites. He kept dropping the ones that he didn't like. You saw he did Donny van de Beek. Van de Beek's now barely even played for the football club. He's been here for how many years now? Four seasons, and he's barely played. And he's barely kicked the ball. He's been done dirty by two managers, and he's been trapped here. What I'm trying to say is player power is way too much of this football club, and it needs to stop. And hopefully Omar Barada comes in and actually changes this, because can't have the manager picking your favorites all the time. The transfer policy needs to change. The summer we need to go crazy. We need to go for an overhaul. This is why I'm saying Manchester United need to be in the Champions League position this year. Because
we need to finish in the Champions League position, or don't?
I would say we should, because if we do this, like, because we have a new board coming in,
yeah.
The new board is serious. So if we're gonna move forward in the new board, we need to finish in a strong position. I would say Champions League position is a strong position, because I don't like top four is nothing for me. Top four is not something I wouldn't celebrate. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's an achievement.
Okay,
but we should be finishing in there anyways. We should be.
We should be in regards to that we're the club Manchester United, but we know we're not going to.
We're not going to.
With the overhaul, I'm with you. Like, if we finish outside of the European competitions all over, altogether, so not even Conference League, so we finish 8th or below, overhaul, I'm with you on that. And overhaul doesn't have to be expensive. That's another thing that people get mistaken. Like, overhaul does not mean you have to spend 400, 500 million. Overhaul because you can do. It's all about buying smartly. You don't have to necessarily buy expensive. But go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
We need to shuffle the defense as well, because Lissandro Martinez's injury yesterday. Damn Soufal, man. Really? Did he really have to do that?
It's one of them. Did
he really have to do that?
It's one of them. Players do that type of thing all the time. Like, if Martinez does that to Kufal, we're not really complaining type of thing. He's played
3 games since he's come back, and he's already injured again.
Yeah, it's a concern. It is a concern.
Injury prone, man. We need a new center back ASAP, because I think Gonzalo Inacio would be good. I think he'd be a good signing. 60
You're a fan
million.
of Inacio, yeah?
I watch him in Portugal. I think he's quite good. Antonio Silva as well, quite good. We need him. We need them. I think them two at the back would be nice. Varane. I hope Varane stays. I won't be surprised if he leaves, because we ain't gonna get Champions League next season. If we do get Champions League, then I hope he stays. If he goes, then it's just I won't say no, because, bro, he's a winner. Varane and Casemiro are the only winners in this team. Let's be real. Who else can I really call a winner other than those two? Because they've won 5 Champions League titles. They've won multiple Champions Leagues. Varane's won a World Cup. We can't really be slagging them off. When they play, we need to look to them. They're the role models of this team. They're the people we should be looking to when it comes to winning. They're the only two. I can't look at anybody else and be like, oh, he's a winner. No. Bruno shouldn't even be the captain as well, because he's not a winner. Casemiro should have been the captain. Them two should have been the captain, because, like, now I'm seeing a shift in mentality. Bruno Fernandes's mentality is weak. It's spineless. He cries all the time, bro. Every time he falls, he starts crying, starts moaning. The Wolves game especially. What are you doing? What are you like? You played short, man. It's simple. It's simple IQ. You don't play long. You play short. like you're in the corner, you have a corner, right? You play in the corner, you play short, and then you cross the ball.
Yeah.
You don't play. You don't go long right away. Like it's simple football. Like he should have called somebody to the corner and be like, "I'm gonna play it short to you. You hold onto the ball, and then you kick it out again. Kick it off the Wolves guy again." And then what happens? We lose. Anthony loses the ball. We concede 2 goals.
Yeah, that third goal was out. It was outrageous. It was. But hey, Kevin, obviously we've won 2 games in a row. Turn of a corner. What are you saying? Because you were talking about no pressure. We ain't turned the corner. All right, cool. But I need to get through the rest of these calls, my guy. Big up to you every single time, hey Kevin. Yeah, bless up, man. Big up every single time, man. Hey, shout out to all the members as well, calling in as well. Big up all the members. I see you lot. Big up my guy Eddie. Obviously, Starlord's been a member of the channel for 12 months as well. Hey, De Niro, turn your camera on. You're on next, fam. You there? De Niro, you there? Yeah. I see him. So obviously, we've been Texas, stateside, Thailand. Now we're swinging back to London, people. We back in the UK. So my Don De Niro is in the building. Yes, my Don. What you saying?
There, man. There, literally, man. It's been a minute. Get me, sorry, man. Man's been busy, man, but man's supporting them, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's calm, man. I see you in the chat. Man. We all got stuff we need to do. It's all good, my Don. What do you want to talk about?
Nah, literally, you know what's funny? I came on, I said, you know what? Do I have anything to say about my game that we just played? But you know what, man, I got something to say there. Obviously, I got something to say about it. But you know what it is? I feel like with the Spurs team, man, I don't know. Like, I can't put my finger on what's going wrong right now, you know, because I feel like against Everton, when we played Everton, what's it called the other day? I don't feel like we controlled the game. We didn't control the game, but I don't feel like they threatened us in a way that made me think, oh, like, do you know what I'm saying? That they're gonna destroy us or they control the game themselves either. But what I will say is that there's something I can't put my finger on right now that I just can't seem to work out because we've held the game as 2-1. I do believe though that obviously when Everton scored the second goal, I do believe that was due to the substitutions that were made by Ange.
People were saying that.
Yeah. But I still think even then, the person who made the mistake wasn't part of the substitutions that just came on. So obviously, I'm just trying to put my finger on. I do think Romero has a really, really bad bozo gene that I think he needs to try cut out his game. Because I've been seeing it a lot, obviously, whether it comes to tackles, whether it comes to giving away the ball, or whether it comes to just, you know, these silly things that you see him do on a regular basis.
You don't give away silly set pieces against Everton because you know that's their bread and butter. So that's where, even though you're saying there that the mistake hasn't been made by the subs, it's taking off the threat going the other way. Like taking off, when you start taking off players who keep the ball and putting on defensive players, it invites pressure type of thing. And sometimes you're going to get caught. And you lot have conceded a lot of goals. I think it was 7 or 8 goals in the 90th plus minute or something like that. Something crazy like it's a crazy.
Yeah, it's something like that. But you know what's funny, Flawless? You know what I'll say to that to what you just said though. Yeah, even when they were on the pitch, we were still obviously giving away certain set pieces. Yeah, but the problem is that they clocked, and I clocked it as well, a weakness in Vicario, which I think that they had seen from the previous game against City. But they've actually delved into it and seen. They said, "Let us try it." So what they've done is they've had a first set piece, they've tried it, they've seen, okay, Vicario is not really strong. If you put a man on him, make a man sit in front of him, and then he's going to struggle to be able to parry the ball out. So what's happening now is that they've clocked it the first time, and obviously, you know, the first time it's like, okay, cool, like, let's try it again. They've tried it again, it's happened again, and I don't know whether my man needs to jump in the gym or my man needs to do some little pull-ups or sit-ups or something. Go on.
Going in the gym does help. And someone mentioned it. He's very much, for those that are old enough to remember, he's like De Gea when he first got here. De Gea had this issue. This same issue at Manchester United. De Gea was like this, and he looked, we are talking about getting in the gym and like putting on weight. De Gea kind of looked like that. And don't get mistaken, Vicario was a better goalkeeper overall than De Gea was at that time. But De Gea used to struggle with set pieces. So one, it is, I think, getting in the gym. And two, one of your defenders needs to stand in between.
In front, man.
I don't get why someone's not done that. You do that at Saturday League, Sunday League. Like, sit, you know what I'm saying? Get Spurs defender in front of the opposition player, like to take him off.
It's the basics, bro. That's what I feel like. It's the basics. It's simple things as that. Because even me, I wonder myself. I say sometimes, like, just the simple. I clock that we do. Sometimes you just don't do the simple basics. Like even when it comes to tackles, like I'll look at certain players from different clubs, the way they tackle. Like when you look at Saliba and Gabriel, when they put in a tackle, it's a full-on tackle. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like with Spurs, sometimes you're putting in a tackle, but it's ricocheting off of the other player. What's it called? You're putting in a tackle, but it's not a full 100% tackle. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's not a tackle that's a meaningful tackle. If that makes sense. People want purpose to it. Yeah, that's it. Do you understand what I'm saying? People need to, because I take in these little things in the game. When I'm sitting down and I'm watching games, I take in, like I always say, I take in the little things that maybe other people wouldn't take in, because I feel like the little things is what leads to the biggest problems. Do you understand what I'm saying? So with that, I just think, obviously, I've looked at that game 2-2. When we beat Brentford as well, it weren't really the greatest of W's either. Do you get what I'm saying? But I think it's now starting to come down to the basics. It's starting to come down to certain guys are not performing as well as they were performing at the first half of the season, the beginning of the season. Like obviously Kulu's looking a bit lackluster now. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like, obviously, to be fair, he's been like that for maybe the past three games or so. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just think it's something that I'm like, that's why I told you the first time I ever jumped on here, I told you, I said he's improved my life, but I wouldn't say you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's bad or anything, but I'm just saying like, this is why I don't.
You're saying that there's levels to go. I get that. That makes sense. I fully hear what you're saying. But you mentioned the Brentford game, and obviously I don't got your thoughts on it. Madison Mopai. What's your thoughts on their whole like back and forth and the dart throwing? And personally, I love it. You know what I'm saying? What happened on the pitch? What happened off the pitch afterwards on the grab? I'm all for that type of thing. But what are you saying about it?
I love that, man. That's football, man. Those are the older time things those are like the things you would see back in the day, just without the social media. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's definitely Gara. I think obviously I'm one to talk because I'm shameless in it, but listen,
we know you'd be doing that type of thing if you was a professional footballer.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%, bro. This is what I do. Even when I play now on my little non-league games and that, bro, I'm giving the most verbal as much as possible, bro, on Twitter, bro. Trust me, bro. That's what I do. But nah, it's one of those ones where Mopai, I hear it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like you throwing your comeback, but I'll be real, bro. It's the most shameless comeback I could ever see. Like, you're talking about, score more goals than whatever relegations and that. But these times, the guys are scrub, bro. If you're a good footballer, you can talk like that, bro. Don't be talking like that when you're not a good footballer, bro. I don't want to see man putting these captions and that, and then I'm seeing all them other shameless ballers in the comments, like Abdullah Decore and them man there, bro. Allow it, man. You man are having your little purple patch and that, and you want to start chatting, bro. Allow it. But when Everton get relegated plus the -10 points, hold that, fam. Man are just chatting and that. Even Brentford.
I didn't know Decore was in the comment section. I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro, he was there.
I didn't know. I need to go check that and see what's in the comments.
There, bro. I checked that, bro. He was there. I seen him. He's there, bro. But listen, I love it, man. Like, obviously, Madison showed him the levels. You get me? Because at the end of the day, bro, like, I look at it like this. Mopai's posted that, but your team's lost the game. And you know how I'm not a biased person, yeah? Let me tell you why. Because Richarlison did the same thing, similar to what Mopai did last season when we lost 4-3 to Liverpool. This shameless guy went on TikTok and posted his goal and put a laughing face when we just lost the game that we should have even flipping drew. What a joker, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not biased, but obviously big up Richarlison, you get me? My dog and that.
My back to his face and everything. I was like, I like all this. Yeah. Brendan Johnson with the
yeah, that was funny story. Like, that was funny story. Now I rate that story, even though he's a scrub in that. I rate it. I rate it. Still, he's doing his thing. What you telling me though? I was in the comments for the, I think it was the.
Yeah, I see you trolling in the comments. Yeah,
I know. Bro, we say
I see
Mino and that. Yeah, get me.
Oh, Mino, don't get mistaken. Like, Mino a baller, 100%. And Mino's quality, he's showing his skill level. And then when you put him next to Casemiro, all of a sudden we have a base. I've said this all the time, play a double pivot. It's really not difficult. We did it all last season, and the times we've done it this season have been our better performances. All of a sudden, we look defensively more solid. Like, even when we played the better teams, I say it all the time, like Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa, they're three of the better teams in the league. They're the three of the teams we actually played the double pivot against, and our better performances, even though we won, drew, and lost those games. I'm talking about performance-wise. So, we'll see. Hopefully.
I was going to say something.
Yeah, go on.
You know what I was going to say to you, Flores? I was going to say, I asked my brethren this that day, because obviously he supports United, and I live with him in it, so he supports United. But the question I said to him, because I said, okay, cool. Obviously, Ten Hag, the performances, You get me? It's not been up to par at all. But I did say this one thing. I said, I personally did believe, though, that obviously when certain players do come back, obviously you'll start winning certain games that you were losing. But I said what the problem is that you have is that obviously you could say, yeah, I said that I don't think the performances would have been as bad. And obviously everybody says, oh, Tottenham were winning games and whatever. I hear it, but like at the same time, I feel like it's just a manager bounce at the moment for Tottenham, which is a bit, do you get what the difference? But what I wanted to ask was, I said personally, I think Ten Hag, I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think that it's now to the point where I can definitely see that he's not going to win you anything major. That's what I would say. That's
he's not, I agree. He's not for, I don't think he's a bad manager. As much as I criticize him, he's just not for this level. Same way, Moyes ain't for this level, but Moyes left and had success. He went to West Ham, solidified them as a Premier League side, won a European trophy. Same way Mourinho left, went to Roma, won them a European trophy. Same way Van Gaal left. I think he went back and managed Holland, and they finished. Did they not finish third in the Euros or the World Cup? One of those two.
One of the two.
Yeah, one of those. So it's like they're not bad managers, but Manchester United are looking for the top 1% of the top 1% when it comes to managers and players. So when I criticize a manager here or players here, it's more of me saying, look at where we're trying to reach. The vast majority of managers and players playing in the professional game are not good enough for where Manchester United are trying to go. Or you can throw a City in that mix. If you're trying to reach Premier League and Champions Leagues, that's the top 1%. So all the teams facing that, so all the teams over in this country, Bayern Munich over in Germany, Real Madrid and Barcelona in Spain, PSG in France, like that's why I'm so critical. But certain man are not of the look the way Poch is. Do I believe Poch is a bad manager? Nah, he's just not good enough for where Chelsea are trying to go. If you put him at Palace, I think he'll be fine. If you put him at Palace, I think he'll do absolutely fine. There'd be no debate whatsoever. So yeah, that's where I stand with it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you, man.
That's where I stand with it. But De Niro, when I get the rest of these calls,
come on, broski, do your thing, man.
I'll catch up with you soon, yeah? Yeah, come on, man. I'll message you again, man. You already know the vibes, yeah? Every single time, man. Big up, yeah?
Take care, yeah.
Every time. Bless up. Safe to De Niro every single time. You seen him he was on the United Chelsea Spurs show one time. We're going to get through the rest of these callers. I think it's Rafish. Oh, there he is. He's back. So staying in London, staying with Spurs fans. You know what I'm saying? And I will do my best. I'm going to get through. So you lot got like 5 to 10 minutes. Got to do my best to get through all of these calls, people. Rafish is in the building. My guy, what are you saying? You good?
I'm good. Thank you very much, Flawless. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. All good, man. What do you want to talk about? Floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Happy Monday, by the way. I just turned on the lights because it's slowly getting dark outside. So so 2 points really just to rattle through. I'll talk about Spurs later, but we'll start with Poch really. So he's making the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And from an outside looking in, I mean, I can vouch for this because we've used to have Poch at Spurs back then. And towards the end, it didn't work out. He eventually got sacked and he had that record of no away wins in 10 months. And I think Poch's biggest flaws, in my opinion, would be the fact that, he doesn't have a plan B. And what I mean by that is whenever there's adversity, he's just sticking with one tactic. Like, when he first took the Chelsea job in the summer, like he knew what he's walking into, essentially, with the ownership of Bowley. And I feel like yesterday's performance was horrible, to be honest. And I think, I've watched other streams, especially Lewis, big up to him, he's speaking facts, and I think they have every right to be vexed with Poch. That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like if you're backing Poch at this point as a Chelsea fan, what more do you need to see? And again, it's a mix of things. It's not just results. It's not just performances. It's not just individual performances. It's a collection of things. It's everything I've just mentioned there. Results are awful. Performances are awful. Individual performances are awful. Where you are in the league is awful. Like, what are we talking about? You're 11th. Now, whether you rate that Chelsea team or not, and people always look at the price tag of players. Now we talk about, Caicedo's price tag, Enzo's price tag. Forget price tags, whether you think they're overpriced or not. My point is, are they good footballers? Yes. Caicedo's a good player. Whether you think he's overrated or not, overpriced or not, same with Enzo. So therefore, are you getting the best out of what you have? As a Manchester United fan, I say their squad is better than us. Their 11 is better than ours, and their squad is better than ours. And we are not a good side, but we're better than them. And that's down to the manager at the end of the day. Because we're watching other teams. There's very few teams and squads I look at in the league and go, they're clear of Chelsea. So if you say they're better, cool. If you say Aston Villa have a better squad than Chelsea, I go, all right. But they're not. What I think Villa are 12 points ahead of them, something like that. I don't know the numbers exactly. I'll have to double check. But there's no way they should be double figures ahead. There's no way that Villa side or a Brighton side or Manchester United should be far. Wolves just went above them, etc. Like what we do, like they should be competing is the point. There shouldn't be no 10-point gap. How's it double figures? Like what is going on? How are they 11th? Their worst case scenario to me 6. I've said this, but go on.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head there, and I feel like the players in that Chelsea team, they've got individual talents. They got enough quality to possess, and they should be performing way better. I think my theory would be like, because Chelsea got a cup final in 3 weeks' time, I think that's probably the only reason why POCH is staying. But even then, do I honestly see them beating Liverpool? Like, not really. I mean, of course, form goes out the window in the cup final. Anything can happen. But Salah's going to come back from AFCON, and Klopp is not going to relax on his laurels. So it's looking very bleak from Chelsea, that's for sure. But as a rival, long may that continue. But I'm not the sort of person that kicks them whilst they're down, if that makes sense. I'm trying to be rational.
Yeah, because you know why, Rafish? I've noticed about this. You're a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? You're a very nice, pleasant guy. You feel me? Whereas me and this crook that's just joined the stream, we're not.
Big up, Jez. Big up, Jez.
I will continue to kick rivals when they're down. And you know this about me, Rafish, and everyone does watching. I will continue. You know what I'm saying? Like he's already dead. No, keep kicking. You know what I'm saying? Word to young ill, man. Like, what did he say? A car battery, you'll get jumped when you dead. Like, that's what it is. Like, for real. Like, we will continue to keep kicking. We will jump you whilst you are dead. For real. But Rafish, I know you wanted to mention Spurs quickly. Floor's yours.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so. Yeah, with Spurs, really. So I think I agree with the previous caller. I feel, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, obviously, we should have killed the game off at the weekend. I think complacency crept in, set pieces. I mean, Vicario didn't cover himself in glory with us 2 goals. And the way I see it is, those draws, like, we need to convert them into wins, because if you look in the long run, like, if we do miss out on Champions League football, then you can look back at games
before you carry on, sorry, Rafish. They're 15 points clear with Chelsea. That's outrageous. Sorry.
Yeah,
they are.
They are. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's right. That's mad, isn't it? That's mad. As I was saying. Yeah, go on. That's horrible. Yeah, as I was saying, like, the Everton game was a missed opportunity. I mean, then again, did we really do enough to win? Like, first half was good, but then second half, they would up the intensity, and set pieces, like I said, proves to be our downfall. So I'm not going to press the panic button just yet, because, with me, I always take each game as it goes. And defensively, we need to stop leaking goals. I feel we let it into every game. The Brentford game, we managed to win, but we made hard work of it than it needed to be.
Not first. I hear you. Yeah. No, I get what you say. And what's your thoughts before we let you go? Your thoughts, and I just asked De Niro this as well. The whole Madison Malpe. What happened? Afters on the Instagram. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, it's good to see banter, really. I mean, the only thing I'll say to that is you got to guard. You need to guard your tongue at times, like, because if you do something silly or extravagant, like celebrate early whilst you score a goal, but then went on to lose the game right at the end, then it'll come back and bite you on the backside massively. So
that's the bar. Man said you need to guard your tongue. That's a quote and a half. That, Rafish. You need to, like, I don't know, put that on the front of your phone, put it on your wall, like that live, laugh, love sign or whatever it is. Live, laugh, love. Like, that's a bar. That man said you need to guard your tongue. I like that. Sorry, carry on.
So that's about it, really. So, hopefully the end of the season can be interesting.
Yeah, man. Always good chopping it up with you, man. All the time, yeah. And definitely make sure you continue to support, continue calling in, yeah. My guy, every single time.
Thank you, Flawless. Thank you, Jess. Take care.
Bless up, man. Take care, man. My guy. Like I say, we're going to get to all the callers, people. I've just dropped the link back in the chat. Again, obviously, if you're a member, you will queue jump, but it is first come, first serve. When it comes to Talk Your Ish, make sure you run up the likes, though, regardless. Hit the like button on the video. Subscribe. Is road to 10K. And we was in London with a Spurs fan. Then we stayed in London with another Spurs fan. But now we, you know what I'm saying? We going across the globe. You know what I'm saying? Across the globe, people. We go in Australia. Arsenal fan. My like Kurt is in the building. My guy, what are you saying?
Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up?
All good, man. All good, man. Thoughts? You must be happy, over the moon with the game, the performance, the result. Talk to us.
I was having a heart attack during that game. That was nerve-wracking, you can say the least. Like, you know, what time was it over here? Bloody, it was like, it started like 12:30 over here. So by half time, it was like nearly 2 o'clock. So I'm trying not to scream my head off at bloody.
That's crazy.
Family, like, shit's happening. But yeah, all I can say is that was a good performance. It was a lot better than recent stuff. And yeah, one thing I will say is that the pundits have really bugged me this week about the over celebrating. Like, it does my head in that it seems to be when it's Arsenal and we celebrate, say the last minute Bournemouth win. Oh, it's only Bournemouth, whatever. And then Carragher comes out and says, "Oh, just go in the tunnel. It's 3 points." Can we not just celebrate like this fossil moron? It does my head in. I swear. Are they paid to just be biased? Like it? What the?
I mean, to be fair, like if it was the other way around at Anfield, then Liverpool would have won it, and Curtis Jones does it. What's it called? What's his name? Carragher. He would have said nothing. He would have said nothing. So it's always going to be that way. Like, I mean, people are going after us for over celebrating, quote unquote, against I think Sheffield United. I'm like, we just scored a last minute goal, so. I never get these conversations. I never get these conversations about like let just people celebrate goals, man, or wins. Like, I don't get it.
Like, this is a serious question. Are these pundits supposed to be non-biased, or are they like? All I see is like their bias is everywhere.
Yeah, they're biased. I like that's what it is. And if they just owned it, then we would all just accept it, type of thing.
Yeah,
because we've all watched, and it's not just Liverpool pundits, it's Manchester United pundits, it's Arsenal pundits. They're biased to an extent. Like, I seen it loud. It was clear as day with Ollie. That's what it was. To the point, Carragher, I gotta give him credit, called it out, and he was like, I'm with Neville and Keane, and they just won't call it as they see it because it's their brethren. And I've said this before, and I say this again at the time. Just say that. Say, that's my brethren in the dugout. We are friends, so I'm not the best guy to ask about this. Cool. Then we don't understand where you come from. But it's when they try and like come with logic and things around it, and it's like you're not being logical with this. You're not being sensible. You're not being unbiased with your assessment and analysis on this situation because it's your brethren in the dugout. And that's cool. I do the same thing. It's like Jez being a Spurs manager. You think I'm going to be on him and start screaming Jez out and all this type of stuff? As much as I get onto him, that's bro. So it's like, I'm not going to be. But then I'd be honest and be like, don't ask me about it. That's family tree in the dugout. So, yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
I have the same confliction with Ange because he's, big figure in the Australian football world. Like, and he had to pick Spurs, didn't he? He had to get. I saw it. I was like, I
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Like, you can't, like, everyone's like, oh, what's he going to do? But he won a treble at Celtic. Like, how can you not just go, that's, like, he took Celtic, who were bottom, like, doing terribly for ages, and then brings them up and brings all these good players in, and he wins them a treble. Like, how can you not? Yeah. He did the same, I think, in Japan. I think it's the Japanese.
In Japan, and obviously, I think he won as well with Melbourne. What was it, Melbourne City?
Melbourne Victory, I think it was.
Victory, my bad, yeah.
Yeah, in the A-League, yeah. Like I said last time, the A-League isn't massively popular, but
you did say that. I remember you saying that.
But yeah, like, even it's getting better now. Stuff like with Sam Kerr coming in and being as good as she is, and it's starting to get more and more popular over here. But yeah, like, yeah, he took Australia to their best World Cup performance. Even the World Cup performance in 06, where we barely lost to Italy in the first knockout stages, and we lost last second to crappy penalty, and then Italy go and win the World Cup that year. Like, we were like, oh, you're kidding. I still remember that Timmy Cahill bicycle kick against the Netherlands and going off my nuts.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
I bet you was going crazy. I bet you was going crazy. Yeah, he was going
like
crazy.
I'm the only one. Like I'm the only person in my family who's a like football fan. So
okay,
you know, everyone else is more AFL, but I like my AFL as well. But yeah, funny thing about that is Sam Kerr's brother was a big star in the AFL here too. Won titles for his AFL club over here. So it's
really
big in the family. Yeah. Yeah, okay. He's Daniel Kerr played for the West Coast Eagles over here. My team over here, and yeah, he's like something in that family, man. They're really good athletes. Something about that Australian gene, man. I was going to say as well, I don't want to keep up too much of your time. I know you have to get on with other people.
No, it's cool. But, yeah. Get to your last point, and then it's calm. Go and get off your chest.
Yeah, just How did Chelsea not sack POCH?
Kurt, your answer to that question is as good as mine. I have no idea how he got a job.
Do you think it's a contract and like how much they would have to pay him out if they sack him?
Well, he's only got, I think, a year and a half left. We only did it like was it a 2-year deal? I think it was a 3-year deal. Max. Not on a big deal.
I think it was a 3-year deal, and that's why he has 1.5 years left.
Yeah, so it's a year. So it's like that payout is not that. Just don't buy the player you was gonna buy. Like, surely you've got to call it. You gotta just take the hit. It's not like you lot broke and just
I'm telling you, they're scared. They're scared to go for the replacement because I'm telling you, they're all saying Flake and all that. Bro, I'm telling you, Lampard for a time is coming, bro.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Hey, bring back Super Frank Lampard or Jose Mourinho. I'm with that.
It's coming.
I'll bring them back together. Mourinho as the manager, Lampard as his number 2. There we go. That's what I'd like to see.
I think that'd be worse than POCH now. That'd be a shit show. Jesus,
at least it'd be funny.
At least it'd be funny. Exactly. Yeah.
Hey, like you enjoy it. I'd enjoy it. So would Jess.
Yeah.
We'd all enjoy it.
The only one I feel bad for. The only one I feel bad for is Lewis. Like every time I see him on the pod, I think I lost it laughing. It was one of the other times, but Troops is like Lewis, and you just hear him go, dead. Oh God, that was. Oh, I think I replayed that like 10 times. It was just funny. And I think you guys start a pod soon. I think I saw.
Yeah, 5 p.m. We're live in 30 minutes. We're live in 30. But Kurt, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up on your platforms, all that good stuff, man.
I'm Kurt_Chaos, Kurt_Chaos91 on Twitter or X, whatever it is. But the rest on Twitch, I try and stream every night, and I'd love to jump on Pro Clubs with you at some point too.
Patton, you got a PS4 version, right? You got a PS4 version of the game?
I got PS5, Xbox, whatever you need, mate. I'm good.
All right, so it's the PS. Well, I'm on PS4, so it's as long as you got the PS4 version. And what position you play on clubs?
Or I have not played Pro Clubs in a long time, so I'd have to work it out. I'm happy to play any position that is available.
We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. All right, cool. Yeah.
I want to say I appreciate you letting me jump on again, and I'd love to. I'll continue to come back and chat. And
man, make sure you call back in, man. Always enjoy your calls. You give us a different perspective because it's from Australia, so it's just a complete different perspective. Before I let you go as well, one last thing. Obviously, beat Liverpool. Title charge back on. What are we saying, Kurt?
As long as we stay competitive, I'm happy. I think Liverpool and City are going to be too strong, just with their squads. I think we'll stay competitive as long as we don't get any major injuries. Knock on wood. But if I'd rather us do get the results we don't want now rather than at the end of the season like we did last year. So as long as we stay competitive, I'm happy.
Title charge back on, yeah? All right, let's go. You heard it here from Kurt. Nah, you saying no? All right, first.
I don't think so.
I just have to ask. All right, big up Kurt. But yeah, Pro Clubs, definitely feel free to join, man. Feel free. When it's broken at the minute, so we won't be playing too often because it's glitched.
When a game's not broken, I swear, like half the games that come out now are bloody. I remember Cyberpunk coming out and my characters had no faces. Glitch and a half.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, definitely join back, man. 100%, and we'll pattern something. Yeah. All right, bless up, Kurt, every single time, man. Big up to my guy, Kurt, every single time. Australia, that's crazy. We really are worldwide. And speaking of that, worldwide, we going from Australia. Now we going Caribbean people. We going yacht. We going Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? My Don Diego in the building. Yes, Diego. What you telling me, man?
Yeah, man. Well, go on, man.
Hey, well, go on, man. You blessed everything, yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm here, man. I'm here. Just checking in, man.
Yeah, man, I hear that, man. What you all talk about, Diego, man? What we saying, man?
Yeah,
2 wins in a
man.
row for us. This ain't the norm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But Rasmus, man, I like how Rasmus is going on.
Talk about it.
Yeah, man, because there was a lot of people doubting him, man. But he's a good striker, man. Because what you look for in a striker is certain attributes, like movement.
Yeah.
Movement is one of the main attributes you want from a center forward. And Rasmus have the natural movements. He attacks the right areas. He wants to be on the back post. He wants to attack the front post. Like the goal he scored in the FA Cup the other day, that came off it. That's just attacking that area. That is what you get from a like Martial is a different kind of forward. Martial would not do that. Like that goal that Rasmus scored in the FA Cup. Martial don't make those kinds of runs. But, right. So I never really doubted him, but I still think we need another striker, though.
Oh, without doubt, we need two more. Without doubt, you know what I'm saying? We need two more strikers. We need three, in my opinion, because Martial is injured. He gonna leave.
Martial is done, man. Martial is done. It's time to move on, man.
I agree with that. It's time.
Man United killed that talent, man. So it's time to move on. We're not gonna see back that Martial that we know.
No,
that's done, man. That's done. It's time to move on, man.
It's a wrap.
We all rate We all rate Martial as a player, but it's time to move on, man.
Well, I hear you, man. I'm with that. It's time to move him on and keep it stepping. But it was good to see Højlund score. But of course, we definitely need two strikers because Højlund's the only senior striker we have, and we shouldn't be going into any season with just two strikers. It should be three minimum. Should be three minimum, and then even a youngster to back that up, and then maybe a midfielder or a wide player who can play false nine. Like we should have much more options. Like it's ridiculous, but we know how short our squad is and our team is. But here we are. Man.
Well, it's a good win yesterday, man. I'll take the win. So next up is Villa. Let's see what we do at Villa because Martinez is out now. So that's another problem right there because Martinez is now out again.
Yeah, I know. That's a big miss. And it's saying 6 weeks, which is basically all of February and then a couple weeks into March.
Won't be back till maybe April, man. I'm looking at April.
Well, they said 6 weeks. So by like April, end of March, pretty much.
Right. And he came in and he was looking good, man. He was looking like
he was back to levels.
Finding back himself and so forth, man. But that is it, man. We have to just watch and see what we do by now to the end of the season, man.
Let's hope we just get through it because I'm not looking forward to it. Like FA Cup's the only thing that we have to look forward to, and even that, like I know Kevin was on earlier, he's talking about the FA Cup and we'll beat Forest or Bristol. Like I don't get why you're so sure. I don't get that. I'm not confident playing even Bristol City away. No, we just struggled against Newport.
Right,
struggled against Newport,
and
so I ain't definitely not confident. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Problem is
go on.
We don't kill off games, man. That's the problem. We don't kill games off. We always leave teams with a chance to get back, and that's it.
That's why the third goal against West Ham was so important. That's the first time I can remember us doing that. Because against Wolves, 2-0 up, I'm saying get the third. 3-1 up, I'm saying get the fourth. Like you said, kill games.
We need to be killing off these games, man.
I hear you. But Diego, I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm gonna get to the final couple calls. But
that's no problem, man. I'm here, man.
Yeah, man. I always see you in the chat, man. Continue to support Diego. My done. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying yourself over there, man. Nothing but sun over in yard. Big up to Diego every single time, real one. And we switching lanes. We going back from the Caribbean. Now we back, you know what I'm saying, to Yorkshire. Talk to the King of Yorkshire. Madon King is in the building. Yes, King. What are you telling me?
Yes, what are you telling me, Flawless? What are you telling me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. 3-point collectors. I'm blessed. Are you good?
Yeah. We got 3 points. Obviously, I'm not getting gas because I know what my football club is like. But at least Chelsea keep on losing. Chelsea keep on dropping points. You know, you love to see it. Chelsea fans are more stressed than Franklin and Snowfall at the end. You know, like that. But you know,
hey, facts. And he was stressed. He was stressed all in that last season. Yeah, he was.
yeah.
He was super stressed.
I just watched that all of it. And yeah, he was hella stressed. It was hilarious. But that's how Chelsea fans have felt all season. Same with me, to be honest, as a United fan. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Trust. We've been stressed, and then it just went to depression. Then it just went to acceptance.
Yep. Yeah. I want to speak about obviously Højlund. Well done to Højlund for obviously scoring that goal. Obviously, I was happy for Højlund. He got that goal.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think Højlund is a number one striker that Manchester United need.
First.
I don't even think he's even a striker, to be honest. I think he's more of a winger.
You reckon you could see him playing wide right? I hear that.
Yeah. I just think he doesn't have the attributes to become a fully number 9. Because if you look at number 9s right now, they have to create chances for themselves, like a Harry Kane or an Ivan Toney, like strikers, like a Karim Benzema. That's who I wanted in the summer. Karim Benzema. I wanted Man United to bring in Karim Benzema just for a season. I wanted to bring in Karim Benzema because he can create chances for himself, and he will make all the other players better around him. So that's why I wanted to bring in Karim Benzema to Manchester United.
I screamed about that all summer too. I was like, you go get Højlund, you go get Benz, you do the deal for Ivan Toney for January, and then that's your free. You got Ivan Toney, Karim Benzema, Højlund. You have Ivan Toney 1, Benz 2, and Højlund 3. That's what it should have been. And then, like you mentioned there, Højlund can play out wide, for example. Tony's not here till January, so then you have Benz and Højlund for the centrals. Like easy. It's really that easy, but our club just stupid.
But obviously Ten Hag always makes the wrong decisions most of the time, and he doesn't try stuff. He's very stubborn. So that's why I've wanted him out for God knows. I've wanted him out since start of October. So this is what it is right now. This is what it is. With the Sir Jim Ratcliffe and with the whole new board, like I am with you on this, Flawless. Like all these buzzwords are all great. All these buzzwords are all great. You know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe's going to fire us to the top in the league, and that it's all great. All these buzzwords, but I need to see actions, bro. I need to see actions, bro. I need to see how this board, how it's structured, because I've said this before. We can bring in a Pep Guardiola at Manchester United, and there's no way he will win the same amount of trophies as he done as Manchester City.
Agreed.
because the structure and the foundations are not there. The structure and that is not there. And this is why I don't want Jose Mourinho, none of these managers, none of these world-class managers who have big egos. I don't want them at my football club, because they need everything to be perfect for them to succeed. And Manchester United isn't the right place for them, and that's why it hasn't worked with Erik ten Hag, because Erik ten Hag had everything in place at Ajax, Van der Sar, Overmars.
Yeah, he had a great son.
He had everything. He had everything. He had everything in place at Ajax. The problem is when he's coming to Manchester United, no has been in place. Nothing's been in place at all. So and and obviously he's kept on making decision after decision wrong. Every decision that he is getting wrong. Man United need to bring in someone who is likable or who is fresh, who has never been in the Premier League out, because you've seen it with Ange at Tottenham. No one knew who Ange really was, and then when Ange has come in, Ange has put in a style of play, and look how Tottenham and look how better Tottenham are from this season to last season. So there's a massive difference.
No first. No, I fully hear what you're saying. That's why I'm on board with that in regards to go get somebody new. That's why when people say, "Oh, there's no managers out here," nonsense, because nobody knew who Ange was. There was no conversation. He wasn't. Nobody in the chat was. He was talking about him. If you looked at bookmakers, he went in the top 10. Probably wasn't even in the top 20. And you see, has he made mistakes at Spurs? Yes, but you see the difference he's made there. And talk to Jez. Jez calls him Father Ange. He saved my life. Like, what we talking about? Spurs fans can't believe it. That's how bad Spurs fans were. Like, he is the stepdad that stepped up, and they love him. They calling him dad now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you can't blame them either, because they're playing. They might not win anything, but they at least playing good football. If my club is like if my club is not winning stuff, and I know my club is not going to win things consistently because the structure's not there, but I want to see my club play good football. I want to see a style of play. I want to enjoy watching my team again, because we do not know what Manchester United is going to turn up, and there's been so many games that we have won that we should have not won.
Performance-wise, they don't add up. Yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
Performance-wise, yes, we beat West Ham 3-0. But on another day, West Ham also had chances in that game. On another day, if West Ham would have took some of the chances, obviously in the first half and a couple in the second half, it could have been a very different game.
So Onana made the good save, and then obviously Dalot with the block. But I think we did all right. But King, I gotta get through the rest of these callers real quick. But big up, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up supporting. I see you in the chat. Make sure you call in again, man. You already know the vibe.
I will for no problem, man.
I done. Bless up every single time, King. Love every single time. Gonna do my best to get through all these callers, people, because I'm back again is at 5 p.m. where we will be redirecting to as well. So let's bring someone on. I think he's been on before, if I remember correctly. T1 Dots is in the cut. Yes, my guy. What are you saying?
Hello, Flows. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, you've been on before. I remember now. Who's your team again? No, I forgot.
The team that lost to Arsenal 3-1 yesterday.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I remember. Yes, I remember you, T1 Dots. Blackburn, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, thoughts on the game, man. Thoughts on the game. You was going through it last time. So, yeah, thoughts on the game. Chat to us.
Why do I come on every time something bad happens, man? Every single time I do this to myself, man. I don't know why. Bro,
it's like, to get it off your chest. It's cool. Go on.
Everything that could have went wrong. From the setup down to the subs. It just didn't work. It didn't work. Because I'm gonna be so honest, but I don't even want to sound salty. But Arsenal weren't even that great yesterday. Like they weren't at their best. You know what I mean? I've seen them play better, but you didn't have to be great to beat us yesterday. I mean, the one day my centre back and goalkeeper want to act like idiots is yesterday. Why? Just why? You could do that later on in the season if we clinch the title, but not now. Not now. And then, Klopp, bro, a fair play to Jorginho. He played well, but I'm sorry, he's against Ryan Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch is dead wood. All right, explain this to me. How can you be a midfielder but run away from the ball? It's like we build up. We'll have Alisson. We'll have our two centre backs. You have Trent and Joe Gomez. And then there'll be McAllister and Jones in a pivot. You're looking forward. Gravenberch is nowhere to be seen. He's nowhere to be seen. He loves to drift out wide, take everyone's space, then get in people's way. It's just mad. It's like he runs away from the ball, but then when the ball actually comes to him, he does something nice, or he will just lose the ball. I don't get it. The tactics. Even Klopp has to take blame. Like he got it wrong. I won't lie, he got it wrong. Like.
Talk about it. What do you think Klopp got wrong?
I think I'd taken Trent off early. Actually, that was a mistake. I won't lie. Because in my opinion, the problem in the first half was that, bro, there was no energy up front. Bro, our attack was more stiff than me on a dance floor. You know what I mean? Imagine like this, yeah. Imagine Kobe Manu's come, yeah. Imagine Kobe Manu's come and he's picked up the ball, yeah. He's looking in front of him. It's just static. There's no one moving. There's no movement in front of him. That's what happened whenever Trent or one of our midfielders got the ball. They looked up, and then whenever we did play the ball through, those balls through were like, they were balls that Darwin Núñez could have got on the end of in the first half. Not Cody Gakpo or Diaz or Jota. Then second half, Núñez comes on. You're like, oh, thank God, maybe we start playing the ball correctly and he gets onto it. But nah, he takes off Trent, and Trent is the person who gives us them line breaking passes, the penetrating passes. Now we have nothing in the middle. It's just the subs. If he kept Trent on, bring on Thiago, Harvey Elliott, bro. I can't lie. As soon as Harvey Elliott came on, I could tell the difference. Because Gravenberch defensively, he does nothing. He does nothing. Gravenberch, the problem is, you see the talent, but it's like his defensive mentality isn't there. It just isn't there, unfortunately. And you could tell the difference when Harvey Elliott came on, because most of the fans like, nah, don't play Harvey Elliott in the midfield. Comes on, bam. You see a bit more energy, a bit more liveliness. But you know what? Yesterday I was just annoyed because I accepted defeat. Yeah, when we kept losing the ball in the first half. When I said that we was doing nothing, like in the goal, don't get me wrong, in the goal when we scored that own goal, yeah, I was shameless, bro. I can't lie, I was shameless. Because the only reason why I was shameless, yeah, is because I knew we didn't deserve it. I knew we didn't deserve it. And I was like, oh, Liverpool, they've given us a lifeline here. But nah. That second goal, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hold my hands up, yeah. Like, I don't get why Van Dijk's getting heat for that second goal. If you've watched Van Dijk for years, yeah. If you watch Van Dijk for years, you know he always does that. He will always shield the ball, leave it for Alisson.
I think it's more so because when you shield the ball when it goes, because it's like, I blame Alisson more for it.
Yeah, I blame Alisson.
Van Dijk should, as that's over his shoulder, the ball's dropping over his shoulder, just head it out, get a foot on it, clear it out. So I see why. But go on.
I think he should have done that, but at the same time, he's been doing it for years. But then Alisson decides he wants to be Kung Fu Panda and he misses the ball. And as soon as that goal went in, I was like, yeah, wrap the game up. And like I could complain about the ref. I could complain about the refs all I could, but we don't have the energy for that, man. Like, there's no point. I could talk about how the ref was inconsistent. Like, Konate getting sent off. It is what it is, man. I can't lie. Because
that's just foolishness on his part, T1, to be honest, man. When he made the second challenge, I'm like, why? Look at where you are in the picture, in the Arsenal third, where you're in your attacking third. Why make that foul at that point? And you're still in the game.
I don't understand it, yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't want us fans to start using the ref as an excuse. Because, yeah, don't get me wrong, yeah. They're centre-backs, bro. It's like they wanted to give our attackers a kiss or a hug. They were all over our attackers, yeah. We wouldn't get a foul. We wouldn't get a foul, yeah. We wouldn't get a foul. We do the same. It gets given a foul. You get what I mean? There's no consistency. Yeah. But as a Liverpool fan, you just have to accept that the referees are never going to be consistent. They're never going to be consistent. So now we have to actually look at ourselves and how we actually played, and we were dead.
Yeah.
We offered nothing going forward. Our centre backs were horror. The only people I actually didn't think played awful was Trent, McAllister, Jones. Joe Gomez was alright. He was alright. But the Gravenberch and Gakpo, the two Dutchmen, were the two worst players on the pitch. They were awful.
But T1, let me ask you before I let you go, because I'm going to get to the last two callers. Title charge still on for Pool. What are you telling me?
Like I said last time, I'll say it again. It's a bit of an interesting one. Still, I can't lie.
All right. Baby treble then, man. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Europa League.
Oh, baby treble. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Okay. All right, T1. But hey, I see you in the chat all the time. Please continue to support. Make sure you continue to call in, because your calls are always entertaining. Make sure you call in, my friend. Yeah. Big up every single time.
I'll say, man.
Yeah. Go on.
Many men wish death upon us, man. We will be back, man. We will be back.
Okay, all right.
I'll laugh at everyone when Darwin Núñez lifts a Premier League title, yeah? Shameless.
Okay, calm. All right, T1. You're my guy. It's a shame you support the ops, but I fucks with you. But big up, yeah? Every single time, T1. Bless up. Shout out to T1. Absolute real one. Every single time. Right, gonna get through the last couple of callers as well. We got Prime in the building here. We got 5 minutes though. So I'm gonna bring on the 2 next callers. Poch's biggest defender and biggest stan. Man like Curry Poch is in the building. And also LT is here as well. CP, talk to me, man.
I hate you. So first,
how's your man still in charge, man?
I have 2 topics. First of all, Chelsea, and the second of all, a rival team, and it's not United. That's the hint. Let's go with that first. Okay. So with Chelsea, this man is worse than Frank Lampard. Wow. If you tell me what Frank Lampard did during the first time we fired him, he's in a worse position. And if you're talking about when Frank Lampard took over, he took over when we were 12th. And the team had no morale. So it was going to get worse anyways. And we were playing teams like Man City, Arsenal in that freaking 6-game run. What are you going to expect? This man, if we were bantering Lampard about playing attacking football and having no defense, we have now conceded more goals than we have scored. And yes, we have scored more than last season, but we have conceded way more. This idiot wants to play a Caicedo as a lone DM when we have a slow-ass Thiago Silva and 2 wingbacks that are bombing up front. What are we doing? And he's playing a high line once again against a team that has pace. Did you not learn from Liverpool? Did you not learn from the first time we played Wolves literally a month ago? A month ago and 2 weeks. So sorry, 6 weeks ago. My apologies. 6 weeks ago we played this team. And I think that was without a Neto. So they have even more pace. Are you stupid? How does he not learn? And then during the press conference, he basically throws all the players under the bus. And then lastly says, yes, it's also on me. Really genius. Really no duh. You mean, and you're saying, I need more time. I didn't get enough time. You mean the Wolves manager that joined the Wolves team 6 days before the season started and now is above us, spent less money, and we can all pretty much agree has not as good players as us overall as a squad.
Agreed.
Yes? Thank you.
Agreed.
So how on God's green earth is he messing that up? And this manager from Wolves was fired from Bournemouth. And he's doing better. Are you kidding me? Then he decides, let's play Caicedo alone and tell Enzo to play up as a second striker with Gallagher. And then our striker, aka false 9 Cole Palmer, is gonna play a right center mid because he has to drop deep so much because we have no actual striker. Because I don't know why Jackson's not playing. He only was on the bench for AFCON. He's healthy, so why'd you just sub him on? And he subbed him on for Caicedo. And then what did we do? We lost the midfield battle even more, and we conceded 2 more goals. Let's not take off Conor Gallagher, the headless number 10, who has now we have made the most fouls in the league because this fraud has fouled the most in the league. I learned this in my psychology class. I know correlation doesn't equal causation, but it definitely does with this one, you idiot. It definitely does with this one. My God,
broke it down. That went over my head, but it started funny. But go on, carry on, CP.
Yeah, man thinks 2 plus 2 is 5. Man thinks 2 plus 2 is 5. I don't understand this.
Nah, but let me get because before you carry on, CP, let me get LT's thought. LT's in the building. LT, your thoughts on this before we close out? Because I got to get over to the back again. Poch, how's he still in the job in your opinion? Okay. What's your thoughts on Chelsea? Talk to us.
Okay, thoughts. I don't know. Your guys in a sticky situation. I do agree with what he's saying, and then I thought Poch low-key was probably was a good manager. I think over the course of the how the season is going on, it's just weird. Your guy definitely needed a striker. Jackson ain't. You're wasting money on Enzo and Caicedo, by the way. Just in my opinion. And now look, just the whole shit has hit the fan. Everything has gone away. And now even Tolly, I think at RC Strasbourg, they actually over there rioting as fuck. So it looks like Todd Bowley, the love for him is also short now, which is big, man. When is the Tolly out Gate coming? Is it coming soon?
Oh,
you're breaking up.
can I quickly speak on that?
Yeah, go on, Prime. Go on.
Apparently, Baghdad Iqbali, he wants to get rid of POCH. The guy who's supposed to be in charge of our footballing.
Iqbali wants to get rid of POCH, correct? Is that right?
Apparently, apparently, the guy who's meant to be in charge of the footballing side of things, he wants to get rid of POCH. For some reason, just from like stuff I've been reading online or whatever, it's Bowley that wants to keep him and give him more time. Also, I've seen a tweet from Pies, male exec, Chelsea fear sacking Pochettino will put them in breach of financial rules, and it will take them more than 10 mil to dismiss him and staff.
So that might be a thing, because someone was on a mention that in regards to maybe not sacking because of the price, but obviously he's only got a year and a half left. But if the staff and stuff,
so
but sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. Sometimes.
Listen, apparently it's like where they're trying to find the right appointment to replace him. There's stuff about like, you know, because you look at our following games, we play Palace. Well, we played Villa in the cup midweek, Palace at the weekend. We play City, then we have the cup final. So those string of results, you know, I don't know. Would that be enough to get him sacked? Who knows? Depends on scoreline.
So do you think? So let me ask you two quickly before we go. Prime, if you're beaten heavily, so let's say you go out to Villa, it's a bad performance, bad result. You get beat by Manchester City heavily. You lose the Carabao Cup heavily, and then bad performances, all bad results. Morale's complete low. You lot continue to plummet down the table. Do you think they then pull the trigger?
I think after the cup final.
You reckon that'd be it? Okay.
Because
CP,
the morale is
that same question to you.
The morale is already low. And these guys are like, you can tell some of the past few games, maybe not doing it purposely, but these guys have like, the players have lost belief and they're not playing for it.
And you know what the funny thing is? There was a report yesterday saying...
But CP, do you agree with that as well? Do you think if like there's bad results in those games I mentioned,
yeah, they have
bad
to,
performances,
they have to.
No. Not do they have to? Do you think they will? Do you think they will?
Yes, because then we're fully out of Europe. So the last thing I would say, I'll talk about the next show, but there was a report that now he wants to integrate Chalobah back into the squad. When he iced him out for 6 months, when his job is in danger, is like, POCH wants to integrate Chalobah back into the squad.
Oh, that makes sense, because there are reports. Sorry, Klaus, I know you want to end. There are reports saying that POCH wants to switch to a back three.
Yeah,
oh my God!
I've said this for the longest. But before we close out, your team is set up for a back three. Switch.
I know it is. Yep.
Yeah, but I know that. Flawless. We're in February.
Yeah, it's too late. Like
I knew this months ago. You knew this. We're just a couple of niggas on YouTube. How does he not know?
Facts. We are just and on that note, we're gonna end with us too. Facts. Yeah, there's a couple of niggas on YouTube. That is facts though. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact we can spot this, but love to everyone that's locked in. Big up to Hanno backstage. My apologies, I didn't get to your call, but I do have to go, people. But like I said, I'll run this show. It's every Monday, slightly earlier, 3:30 p.m. UK time, 3:30 p.m. UK time. Fan calling show, talk your ish, but we're redirecting now to the Back Again podcast, people. We'll be back here tonight, midnight UK time, for doing the most. However, if POCH is sacked, or whenever POCH is sacked, you will get Ballers at the Bridge podcast, people. You will definitely get. Yeah, of course, yeah. So you'll see CP, you'll see Prime, the rest of the Chelsea Dons will be here as well for that, 110%. But love to everyone.
I've even got a bottle as well. I've even got a bottle when he's sacked. I've got a bottle.
Actually, I'll buy one too, just in case.
This has been Talk Your Ish, fan calling show live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.